Hello and welcome to Everyday Lessons Every Day. I'm David McBee. Based on my book by the same name, this podcast is for those of us who believe in personal growth and want to improve every day. This is episode 17, Persevere. Before I jump into this week's everyday lesson, I want to tell you a little about the process I go through each week as I prepare for this moment when I get to talk to you. Basically, I try to read or listen to a book for at least 20 minutes a day. You know that, of course. What you might not know is that while I'm reading, I'm on this constant lookout for what Kevin Hart refers to as crispy golden nuggets. Bits of wisdom that I hope will inspire, motivate, and help me become a better version of myself. Then I record this podcast, hoping that the lesson that helped me also resonates with you. Because I'm not with you in person, I actually have no idea if the everyday lessons are impacting you in a positive way. And that's honestly a struggle for a guy who is used to being in front of his audience and able to tell if they like him or if he's stinking up the room. This week, I heard exactly the things I needed to hear. I got the perfect bits of wisdom and encouragement to help me persevere through my own personal struggles. It was like the universe sent me a bolt of lightning. Well, 3 bolts of lightning. Then I had to decide if it was worth sharing with you, if the things that helped me would have the same powerful impact on you. And honestly, I don't know. I'm going to proceed on faith because that's what it feels like the universe is telling me to do. Before going forward, let's back up a bit. It's time for some full transparency here, and it ain't gonna be pretty. It's gonna sound a little poor David. That's not what I'm going for, but I'm all about the truth, so no matter how you hear it, which is something I can't control, I'm gonna be totally honest, even if it makes me look like Winnie the Pooh, oh so sad because he's out of honey. Guys, is it just me or did that bear have a problem with honey? Like, there are other things to eat out there, Pooh Bear. Try an apple once in a while. Okay, I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. I love Pooh Bear. He can eat all the honey he wants. Anyway, I published Everyday Lessons every day over a year ago. On social media, I've gotten tons of nice comments and lots of thumbs up. And let's be honest, I get a serious dopamine rush when I see that stuff. The feedback I've gotten from those who have read the book has been good, but part of me wonders how much of that is just family and friends being polite. Most of the 5-star ratings I've received on Amazon have come from people I know, so it's really hard to know if that is a realistic rating or if it's inflated by my personal relationship with the readers. I'm not naive. I know people are going to say nice things even if they're not totally moved by the book. Then when people see me in person, they ask, "How's the book thing going?" To which I reply, "Everyone who reads it seems to like it. All 9 of them." Okay, I'm exaggerating, of course. There were 7. Nope, still kidding. I told you I would be totally honest, so I can tell you that I've sold a couple hundred copies. I keep hoping that sales will gain a little momentum, but I'm lucky to sell a handful of books each month. And my big goal of getting to talk to live audiences about everyday lessons seems very, very far away. So I started this podcast in the hopes that everyday lessons will reach a new audience and maybe even result in a few more book sales or speaking opportunities. Still, things are moving very, very slow. When I look at book sales and podcast downloads, honestly, I wonder if I'm just wasting my time. This is where I found myself at the beginning of this week. I was feeling frustrated. I was thinking that maybe I should just keep this whole journey of personal growth to myself. Keep reading, keep growing, but stop telling others about it. Apparently not that many people care. That's when I came across a video by Les Brown, an author and motivational speaker that I've loved since I heard him speak at an Amway event back in the 90s. Les is known for a story he tells about the Chinese bamboo tree. He says that when planted, the Chinese bamboo tree has to be watered and fertilized for 5 years before it even breaks out of the ground. Can you imagine taking care of what is essentially dirt for 5 years with no payback, no sign of life, no sprouts, no speck of green peeking through the earth? He goes on to say that after 5 years, when the Chinese bamboo tree finally breaks through the soil, it grows 90 feet in 5 weeks. What? That's some Jack and the Beanstalk overnight growth right there. His point that whatever dream you have, whatever business you're trying to grow, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, it's gonna take time. And while it's taking its sweet time, it sure ain't gonna look like it's going anywhere. But you have to persevere. You can't stop the process simply because you can't see anything happening. You gotta have faith that your efforts are fertilizing your dream and that one day your bamboo tree will grow 90 feet in 5 weeks. And when that happens, it's gonna look to the rest of the world like you are an overnight sensation. But you will know that your success took years and years of hard work and diligence. This was the first everyday lesson to slap me upside the head and give me the willpower to keep going. Then, out of nowhere, I got this brilliant email from someone who had attended one of my Everyday Lessons webinars. Hi, David. I wanted to reach out and let you know that I have been reading your book for the past several weeks. I can identify with so much of what you have written. My relationship with my daughter is so similar to what you have described. The Stop Negotiating with Teenagers chapter was exactly what I needed to read this morning. It fit us to a T. I just wanted to say thank you and let you know that your book is impacting me. I have long felt that it is important for us as humans to share our stories and experiences with others and to be open to being vulnerable because you have the opportunity to impact others and help them through similar journeys. Amanda. That's a really nice email, isn't it? Especially for a guy whose love language is words of encouragement. Now, please understand that I'm not sharing that with you to brag in any way. I'm sharing it with you because it was exactly what I needed at a time when I needed it more than she could have possibly known. I was literally holding the watering can above the dirt and questioning how badly I wanted my bamboo tree. Then it happened again. More lightning. I was listening to Kevin Hart's audiobook, The Decision, which, by the way, is filled with everyday lessons, and you'll for sure hear more about it in future episodes. Anyway, in it, Kevin says these words: when you're striving to be kind and make the world a better place, then that's a movement that you've embarked on, and that's self-fulfilling for you. He goes on to say, I want to make the world a better place. Through my growth, and now through my voice, I will give as much as I possibly can to have that impact. For those that receive it, hooray! Those that don't, I hope and pray that they will. Did you hear that? He wants the same thing as me and is grasping with the reality that he can't make people receive his message. All he can do is be grateful for those who do and pray that others will. And then, as if he knew exactly the struggles that I'm personally dealing with, he said, by the way, I appreciate you. We need more like you. Look, I know he wasn't talking to me specifically, but he said something I needed to hear. He gave me exactly what I needed in order to keep moving forward with my goals, to persevere. When combined with that kind email from Amanda and Les Brown's Chinese bamboo tree story, I just knew I had to carry on. I have to keep watering the dirt. I have to persevere. And so I sit here on a Sunday afternoon, sharing my experience with you. I honestly feel like this episode is a little selfish, like I'm writing it just for me, to confirm to myself that I'm doing the right thing by continuing on my path. But I'm also hoping, fingers crossed, that it resonates with you in some way. I'm hoping that you have your own personal bamboo tree. Maybe you're trying to start a business, grow a business, write a book, get a promotion, pursue a relationship, get healthier, lose some weight. Whatever it is, I'm hoping that if you find yourself in a place questioning your goals, wondering if you should carry on, maybe this episode can be your lightning bolt. And so, I challenge you, get out a Sharpie and write Persevere on your wrist. Know that the journey is going to take time and that even when you can't see it happening, your dream is becoming a reality. Your bamboo tree is growing. You've got to carry on even when the going gets tough and things don't look like they're going anywhere. Persevere. Also, know that I believe in your dream, even when you're struggling to. You got this. Let me know what happens when you implement this lesson. I'll see you next time. Now go out there and do something awesome.